Hi. Hello, welcome to the Explainer Review. We are reviewing the 29th edition of the Explainer. My name is Edith Yassin, and it's my pleasure to welcome you together with...
My name is Tolu Meiduna. It's good to be here.
Good to be here. So we have 8 pages of the Explainer this time around, and we have a leading story that is very dear to every Nigerian.
Absolutely.
So it says CNG imminent end to era of costly petrol. Should I read the first paragraph?
Yes, please.
It says, in commemoration of Nigeria's 64th independence anniversary on October 1, President Bola Tinubu's administration handed over 64 compressed natural gas CNG buses to labor unions, making real its promise to transform the country's transportation sector through a switch from petrol to CNG. So, what's the detail?
A very, very interesting topic, and it's what's popping in Nigeria. Like, that is basically what everybody is talking about, because at the end of the day, price of transportation dictates everything.
Cost of everything.
It will dictate the cost of food. It will dictate even school fees. Because people now, their school fees, they will tell you the bus now is like 100 and something thousand, maybe from 50,000. So, you know, so this is very, very important. And it is actually very relieving to hear that the president is like, this is on the top of his agenda to actually bring relief to Nigerians. And CNG, that's a compressed natural gas. We used to waste it before. Now we are putting it into use. So I don't want to imagine how many trillions of naira that has been fled. Okay, so what's important?
I really would like to know how it works, because I don't have the faintest idea
I want to get into that.
How it
the
works
CNG
in the car.
conversion.
Yes.
I watched yesterday. There's this DG of National Automotive Development Council was here at National Orientation Agency recently, and I watched a video yesterday of where they were training technicians. So one of the things I heard, the most important thing to me, like you too, safety.
Yes.
So I used to be like, gas, you can flare, you know. So now I now realize that it takes a degree of heat, as in the degree, I can't really remember now, but
okay.
I will watch the video again.
Okay.
So it takes a very high degree of heat for it to explode. So it's even safer than petrol.
Wow.
And another interesting thing about this CNG initiative is that the CNG conversion, now you can't say that you don't have money, that's why you're not doing it. Now there's no excuse for that, because there's a provision for that now. They call it, so payment is no longer an excuse, with the availability of flexible payment plan tailored to fit your budget. So what you need to do is that you do it now and pay instrumentally.
Okay.
So, and there are, of course, benefits of CNG is cost saving, environmental impact, the enhanced engine life, safety, and reliability is reliable. You know, so there's so much.
But there's still a whole lot that
but
there's a whole lot of orientation that has to go into this, because Nigerians, basically, we are skeptical about anything that's new. Yes, anything that is new or anything that's changed, we become skeptical. Yes. So let's just quickly go to the next story, which is the nairalization of the Nigerian economy. And this story is by the DG of the NOA.
Yes. And do you know this goes into, you actually went to energy too, by saying, let me read this. Dangote and other local refineries commend purchasing crude oil in Naira on the 1st of October. It was a befitting independence celebration. That's a befitting celebration.
Yes.
Gift. October 1st
gift for our 64th birthday.
Exactly. So, you know, it's another form of national independence, with Nigeria freeing itself from the dollarized oil business, which has held Nigeria's currency under the strangled hold of the United state's currency. Because at a point, you know, when people sell other items, they put
the
dollar on it. So
yes.
I think we can move to the next
story.
Next story, which is another very important one.
Yes.
It says newly conceived FG's LEAP.
LEEP.
Yes, LEAP. To create 2.5 million jobs. This one I'm very, 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 very interested in that. In fact, I put down a whole lot of so, but let me just read the first paragraph, which is saying the forthcoming Renewed Hope Labor Employment and Empowerment Program, LEAP, that's LEEP, of the federal government, we create 2.5 million jobs annually. You know, that is that's a whole lot for this demographic that is like 3/4 of our population.
Yeah, so this should be really good news, and it would really put a dent in the unemployment numbers in Nigeria. 2.5 million is a lot of jobs, and usually one job covers at least 4 people in a household. I think that's the way Nigeria works. The African tax, one person is working.
So you believe that African tax? There's a whole movie about African tax. So let me add this. There's a youth group across the country will be able to attend. There's a conference coming up, which is coming up in December, the Confab. You know, so this is going to be like a platform for this youth to come together and dialogue. You know, it's time for us to sit down on the round table and let's look for a way forward. And I must mention that this is actually coordinated by the Ministry of Labor. You know, so it's a good thing.
I think the problem with confabs so far have been white papers that come after the confab and they're gathering dust on a shelf somewhere. I really do hope that if we have another confab that includes the youth who want to tell us where they want Nigeria to go going forward, that whatever they say will become actionable.
Yes, you know, they're not the one that will implement it. I know. It's the federal government.
Yeah, that's what
so
I'm saying.
that is why this one will be different.
Yes.
You know, because of the person at the ends of power this time around. So I believe this one will work.
Okay, so we're still talking about the Naira recovery, and of course it has the FG plans collection of NPA NIMASA levies in Naira. So this is just widening the story about Nairalization of the Nigerian economy, where we're measuring everything we're doing in our own currency. And just will make running the country easier. It will ease our need for forex. And so it will change. It's a game. Yeah, it's a game changer.
You know, like we were talking about this before we came on air, where there's already rumor that the price of oil is going to go up, and like, it's not going to go up, because really Dangote mentioned it, and I can quote, and we have it on record, that when they start to get when the refineries start to get the crude in Naira, that will reduce the pressure of, you know,
getting
sorting for forex 40%. So we are expecting 40% decrement.
Okay. So, and then FG moves to remove FG removes VAT on diesel, gas, and others.
Still the same
widening net of stabilizing the economy by making policies that will, you know, help what we're doing in the right direction.
Exactly. So, but the same paper, the same page rather, says Nigeria being repositioned as global tourist attraction, says the minister. So that means let's digress from oil and gas.
Yes.
Before we turn this program to oil and gas. Okay, so Nigeria is actually a beautiful country.
Yes, it is.
And just a few days ago, I was watching a documentary of a Nigeria famous, not just a photographer, but he documents Nigeria, and I've taken 4 million pictures, beautiful pictures of Nigeria. I will look for that and send them to you. 4 million. Imagine all the tourist attraction areas in Nigeria and all that. Nigeria is a very beautiful country.
Yes. And well, in case you didn't know, the Minister of Tourism is Lola Adejohn. And she's the one that is promising that apart from the economics of oil and gas. There's an economics of tourism, and it is very viable in Nigeria.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, there's another story on that page. It says Tinubu passionate means well for Nigeria. Okay, that's CDHR. But let's move to the next page, right?
Yes. So this one, I think it has something to do with NOA.
And, absolutely.
Yeah, so it's a core mandate sort of thing, right?
Yes.
So
NOA.
NOA ASNAT conclude plans to promote local products and skills.
Absolutely. So yeah. ASNAT is a ASNAT is actually Association of Artisans and Technicians of Nigeria, and they're actually promoting. Okay, they were here, and it's a whole lot.
Pictorial. There's always one pictorial page dedicated to NOA.
Yes.
In the explainer. So if you go to the explainer review, on that page, you're going to see there's a pictorial of what happened within NOA.
Absolutely.
And that comes up every week in the explainer. Yes. So we're just giving you highlights. You can go and to the website, and you're going to see the details of this visit.
Yes.
And we need our artisans to be, I think, certified.
Yeah, this one's, that's where I want to dig into it. Number one, they're having a conference, not just a conference, they show an exhibition. In that exhibition, they would have, you can bring your car, park your car, they repair it, they do all sorts, and of course, they talked about
their skills.
Their skills.
Live.
And like you mentioned, certification, most of them are certified.
Okay.
So, and I think they need NOA, they need to partner with NOA to, make it broader. They have millions of people, artisans in their association. So they are working with NOA to expand, that certification projects.
Yeah.
So because most of the times when most people complain about all these artisans.
Quacks in the system.
So this is what they are actually working on.
Yeah,
and I think it's commendable.
It is. Okay, so we have one last story to review, and that is federal government says businesses to enjoy exemptions from withholding tax from January. So that's from January 2025, right?
Yes. Wow. That's also trying to ease, doing business in Nigeria. So those are one of the programs that they have. And of course, you said it's the last, but I must remind people that we have the scorecard of the president. It's on that same page. And we have the youths, the Kwara youngest commissioner in Kwara State says youth need mindset shift to drive change. She's the youngest commissioner. And of course, the last page says the President Tinubu's health reforms. We cannot be here when we don't have good health now.
Yes.
So
health is wealth, actually.
All right, it's been wonderful.
So you're going to give us the details where they can go.
Yes,
brief.
So go to noa.gov.ng and you will see the website. Our website is actually AI enabled. www.noa.gov.ng and read more of the explainer. And of course, you can chat with Clean. Clean is our AI voice and chat box, and where you can ask questions, anything about Nigeria, and it will give you the accurate information, because that's what is important.
Yes.
A lot of fake news are out here, but we give you the real
deal, right? Okay. So, well, we have been talking about the highlights of the explainer, and this is the explainer review. We've just given you a tip of the iceberg. If you go, as you say, to the website, you're going to get the full details of what we have just reviewed.
Yes.
Do join us again for the next edition of the explainer. This is the 29th edition. We're looking forward to the 30th edition. My name is Edith Yassin, and we've been doing this with...
My name is Tolu Meduna. Thank you so much. See you next time.
Thank you. Bye.